It's Ethan Skolnick behind the camera here at Miami Dolphins training camp. I've got Eric Smith, you know him as OL Coach Smith 63 on Twitter. Also Alfredo Arteaga from 3 yards per carry. Just finished watching another training camp practice day and then got a chance to speak to some players, including Tyreek Hill. Alfredo, let's start with Tyreek today. What did you take out of his comments?
Pretty revealing comments today. He mentioned Tua's comments that they were very necessary. So if everybody was expecting some pushback on that, there was none. He name-checked Storm Duck. So while the fans can come out here and videotape every single snap of practice, we can't reveal who essentially is a starter, but I think you have one of your starters at cornerback now. It's several players, several coaches that have name-checked Storm Duck. So very good avail for Tyreek Hill, and I'm pretty sure if you could get the entire thing, because we can't post it, watch it on the Miami Dolphins YouTube feed, because it's pretty revealing.
What did you make out of the fact that he said he was taking notes in meetings for the first time in his career?
I thought it was better that, or funnier, that he said it took me 3 years to learn this offense, and it's this year when I learned. And another thing that he said from his comedy routine was that last year when he was showing up late to practice, it's because he was in the locker room looking at what all the beat was posting on Twitter. And that got a chuckle, and he said, no, really, that's what I was doing.
I think we could believe him. He's also upset about his Madden rating. Coach Eric here. We were watching today. Obviously, there were one-on-one, then there were some team drills. Let me know what you saw, particularly on the lines today.
Yeah, I don't think there was a lot of surprises from the lines from what we saw. The guys that you expected to do really well, the Patrick Pauls, the James Daniels, those guys did as well as you would expect. Some of the other guys, Jonas Avayanaya, felt like had some rough reps, and I think that's kind of an indication that you're going to have some ups and downs with any rookie offensive lineman. I don't think Jonah is going to be any different in that regard, but outside of that, I think that what we saw, the guys that were winning defensively with speed and power were the guys that you would expect, and some of the guys that were struggling offensive line wise are some of the guys that we've seen struggle in the past in pass protection and one-on-ones. But that's obviously only one part of the offense. I mean, that's very focused on the pass side of it. A lot of these linemen bring a lot more value in the run game than what they do in one-on-one pass blocking.
One of the other things that Tyreek said was when he was asked about who would kind of be that other weapon in the offense now with Jonnu Smith gone, he name-checked Darren Waller, who, of course, we haven't gotten a chance to see yet. What is your expectation level there?
Well, all we've seen is his body, and he looks kind of thin to me. And it was kind of revealing that Mike McDaniel said he has to get into football shape, and some would take it, he's out of shape. He's fat, for lack of a better word. I took it the other way. I think he has to gain a little bit of weight. He has to callus up a little bit to take some contact. So, we've been waiting, and it's 2 weeks now. So I think you begin to worry come Monday, because come Monday, you're heading into a game week that you would ideally like to see him out there for. And if he's not there on Monday, I guess the questions will just ramp up.
All right, last one here for Eric, because this was your first time covering practice, so you were actually in on the Mike McDaniel availability before practice started. Seeing that in person, the way he handled questions and some of the things he said, is there anything that jumped out to you from that?
No, not really. I mean, he was just, all of his press availabilities are available online. I think what you see there is a lot of what you get even in person. I think there's a little, it's easier to take some of his humor, I think, in person than it can be when you're watching it on TV. But, I felt like the answers were, very well thought out. I mean, he puts a lot of thoughts into every answer he gets, and you kind of got to pick it apart sometimes. But, I felt like, just seeing him as a person, in person, just was easier to take that sense of humor that he has than when you're watching it on TV from behind a screen.
Of course, Barry had to ask him if he had to try to be an SOB this year, and then he yelled at Barry to show that he would. All right, for Eric Smith, find his fine work at OL Coach Smith 63, also on Scouting the Fins. Alfredo Arteaga from 3 yards per carry. I'm just a cameraman. Have a good day, everybody.